Welcome to my channel. My name is Kaz and I'm from Momiji Savings Studios. Today I'm going to be doing a cash condensing video. Basically what that means is taking all the cash that I've put in my binders this month, which is April, taking the money out, putting in placeholders, which is these, and I've got some change in the cash exchange, which is for the little pounds, and money that I didn't have change for, so I've changed in there. And then we take that all out, we put placeholders in, and then that money goes back to the bank. What I tend to do is I tend to use that cash to cash stuff for May, and then I transfer from my current account into my savings account difference. So because I made such a mess up last month, I've already filled this out, and if you want to see this video, it's the one before this one. I've actually put all the things that I'm saving for in black. I put the start balances in green, and I'm going to use a blue pen for the difference. Excuse me, I've just had a drink of Coke, maybe burp. Sorry. And I'm going to use a red pen for what's going back to the bank, so I don't mess it up. But first, I do need to do my purse. I made a mistake by the £40 I put to one side for this 5th week of the month. I put that into savings, so I'm going to need to take that out of the bank. I actually have £61 left in the bank this month, so I'm just going to take £40 out in cash from this condensing and then transfer that £40 into the savings. So we have a little bit of money to put over. So I've got 63 there. 63, okay, that's not gone. So I've had a spendy week. This spent on food mostly because I'm on a sugar craving moment. Yeah, from being sick and eating all the sugar and Easter and everything, I've just gone nuts about sugar. So yeah, it's been a very sweet tooth week. So I've got £3 here, so we're going to put that into here. This is by Budget with Ira. I just felt myself rushing ahead, so I'm not going to do that. So there's 2 and 3. So that's that one. So this is where I put all my loose pound coins. And in here we have 100 in the bank, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So there's 119 in there. And we've got £10 to play with. So I'm going to put it into Pond Life. And I'm not going to do the dice because I want to do some of these numbers. I'm going to use red. Right, so we can do 4, 8, 10. There we go. So this is coming on nicely. I'll count that up when we do the cash condensing, because that will go back to the bank. So there's no other cash stuffing to be done, just cash condensing today. So that's my money that's been left over from last week. And I wonder what I might do. Well, I'll show you what I do with this to make this a bit neater. So we're going to add 0.6D plus 6.3 plus 6.5, 8.8, 9.5, and 1.63 equals. Didn't turn it on. Not helpful. 1.63 plus 0.95 plus 0.8. Right, try not to rush. 60 pence. 63 65, 88, 95, 1.63 equals. So that's 554. So what we now do is we get the little rubbing. We rub all these off. Wow, this saves 667. I'm going to be here forever. So we're going to minus 3.64 equals 117. 170. So then we go up to 170 here. Looks pretty sparse now, but sometimes when you keep having about the same amount of money each week, it's harder to fill in. But what I might do is when my holy guacamole finishes, I can swap over and start saving this a bit quicker. So there's now 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 29, 10, 99. £10.99 in there. Pretty cool. Nearly 11 quid. Right. Let's start on the cash condensing. Now, clothes, I don't put this across to the bank. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take this money to Scotland. So we have 2, 4, 6, £80 in there. So this stays in there in cash. And what I might do is put this over here and that over there. Can you see that? I'll move over a bit. Okay, so clothes has got 80. So I'm going to put 80 in here. And to the bank is nothing. How's that? Okay. I'm going to do this binder. Health is in the other binder. Beauty. Hair appointment is now booked. 20, 40, 60, 80, 110. So we've got 110 in there. And we're going to leave that in there. Oh, what am I doing? So I need to put 80 in this column. And the difference is, let's have a different colour pen. Ooh. We want a bright colour though, so we can see it. What have we got? Green. Done green. Orange, not very bright. Black we've done. Bear with. I think that's a dark blue. That's all right. That'll work. Okay. So 110. What I'm going to do is put the dark blue going back to the bank and put the difference in red. So there's £30 difference there. And this is because I did this after cash stuffing, so that's why there's a bigger difference. So 85, 15, 35. That's weird. It's got a bit extra. So 85. No. 110 minus 85 equals 25. So there's £25 difference. And yes, that's right, because I'm not sure why that's not as much. Oh, that's right, we messed up. We missed £5 going in here. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 110. Yeah, that's right, we missed a 10. We missed a 5 and we put it somewhere else. Okay. Registrations now has 20, so Registrations has 20 in the bank. It has now 30. And it's going to get 10 to the bank. And the difference is 10. Right, I'm getting the hang of it. So 10 goes in there. We go to our placeholders and we put a 30 in. I'm going to put that money to one side. So it'll get me confused. I might spend it. Right, okay, so 30 in the bank now. And my registration's 130 New Zealand dollars, so I need that 70 in there. Hobbies, that's got 20. So hobbies has 20. That's going to get an extra to clear the debt. So the difference is 20 and 20 is going back to the bank. So I should have left that 20 out, shouldn't I? There we go. And then hopefully by the end of this month that debt will be paid and I can start saving for hobbies again. Christmas has 30, 50. So it's now got 50. Christmas has got 50. It's got a difference of 20. And 20 has come back to the bank. So we can take that out, about 38 and put a 50. I'm trying to put them back in their rightful place. Right. And also this only needs £2 and I don't save £2. So what we're going to do is say that these savings challenges are finished. And we're going to take those out and clean them up. And we're going to move on to this challenge. And we're going to do £5 each flower leaves and £5 each centre. Right, and New Zealand expenses, grandkids, premium bonds, hasn't changed, health hasn't changed. Right, so that binder's done. Okay, just going to now add up the pension. Retirement was 485. So March is fully done. April. Okay, so April has 50, 100, 20, 30, 45, 145. We're going to put a fully funded in April. So that is all those challenges are completed. And May, we're going to leave until that's fully funded because May still has some savings to go. And this is the Rocking Witches bingo card. I was going to visit a pack. Oh, I did visit a pack this week. I can do that next week. I went to see the Bluebells. So we're going to add 50, 120, 30, 45. 145 goes into retirement. Which makes that there's a 145 difference, which makes this total here so 5 and 5 is 10, 140, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 140, 630. 630. And is that what we said it is in the bank? One, two, three, 485. Yeah, because 100 should have gone over. Yeah. 110, 20, 45. So 145. And then we need to rub this out. So I'm thinking about what I've transferred over and what I haven't. That's okay, I can do that at the end of the month. Right. So, what did we say it was? My maths, 630. It's gone across to my pension, which is pretty good. And the pound is still quite strong against the dollar, so that's pretty good. Right. Okay. So that's done. Excellent. Oh, so I need to put that there's no cash being transferred. Nope. Okay, so let's go to health. Health. This one. This is health. The Rocking Witch binder. So health is at the back, the Sugar Rush. So we'll take this out because it's not Sugar Rush anymore, it's health. And so health now has, we've got this as the new challenge, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. 80 pound. So a total of 80. And that makes a difference of 46, 50, 70, 80, 34. And going back to the bank is 20, 30, 40 pound. And back to the bank is 40. Have I done that wrong? Yes, I have. Hopefully you can see this. When I edit, I'll zoom in. Right, so 40. So if we get a 50 and a 30, that makes 80. So there's 30. And we want a 50. And then we put the 20s back. So we've got 50, 60, 70, 80. So that is saving up towards contact lenses. I have about 6 weeks left, I think. So that's that one. I'm going to jump out of that for a minute and go to emergency fund because I did take some cash out of here and I need to put it back. So we had a 50. Here, and I needed £100 payoff. Oh no, that's 50 there. Yep, that's right. So that's that. Going back to the bank, and then a 20. And that's a 50. And then this is a 50 as well. That's it. And I think we've got a 20 there. So 20 in there. Okay. So going back to the bank is 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60. So 160 is going back to the bank. The blue one, 160. Right, so how much have we got in here now? Calculator, because this takes, so 20, 20, 40, 50, 20, 10, 10, 40, 20, 10, 50, 50, 50, 50, 440. Nice. So we've got 440 difference. 440. So that is a difference of 60. And that is right because we put 80 a month, and we did this after we cashed off the first week of April. So 440 in emergency fund. By the end of May, we'll be halfway through our emergency fund, which is great. Okay, New Zealand flights. Now this is a good one because what we do at this point is we're going to take all the cash out and all the money out, because all this money from these goes into that bottom one. So we're going to take all the money out. Off camera I will wipe off all these that I've saved, because what we're doing is we're saving the $2,000, the £2,000 first, and then we'll save the smaller ones. So I do this every week, and then at the end of each month we are basically looking to build this one, because we have some hundreds here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 400 there. So in the bank at the moment we have 620, and we need to exchange some of these. That's why I've got that cash out, because this is where most of the smaller notes go. Hopefully we've got the right amount waiting for us. Um, 20, and then tens, 5s. There we go. Right, so we need to swap this. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20. So we're going to take 20 out. There we go. Okay. So we've got 620 in the bank, and we're adding 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, and 10, 20, 30, 5. All right, 10, 20, 40, 30, 1, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, 10, 15, 20, 20. It's 25, eh? Yeah, so 75, yeah. So 225. 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 10, 15, 20, 25. 225 is what is going back to the bank. 225. And we put 300 a month back to the bank. So that is right, because we put the first week of April already away. So that's going into here. We need to put that there's a end balance of 5. Oh, let's do zeros. So we've got 5, 4, 8. Is that right? So 5 and 0 is nothing. 2 and 2 is 4, and 2 and 6 is 8. Yep. So we want to change this. Oh, it doesn't want to do. So that's 8:45. So we could be nearing halfway. So a difference of 2:25. Brilliant. So we need to add on to here 225. And that is that done. So yeah, off camera I will go and wipe all these off, and then we'll start from the beginning again. So at the end of April 26, we have £845 in the bank. Excellent. So we're getting there. Not quite halfway yet, but this is a priority. That's great. Right, okay, so pixel perfect, let's do these. Oops. So this has 119. So there's £19 difference. So it's got 119 with a difference of 11. That's not quite right, is it? Oh, maybe I left some money in there. So a difference of, oh gosh, 15 is going back to the bank. £11 difference. Yeah, that's probably right. So 15. So we want a 5 in here. And a, got any 10s? Ooh. Possibly not. This up there, 15. Oh dear. I'm reaching over. There's a 10. Right, so 15 in there. So there's 119 in there. Got 50 back. Right, okay. Primary challenge. In the primary challenge we have, oh, so you've got 3 here, and I've got no coinage change at all in my pot. So we've got 150, and we shouldn't have 3, because why would we have 3 in the primary challenge when it's an even? So we should have 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 190 should be in here. So 150, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So, yes, we're going to throw those 3 out because there shouldn't be 3 in here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, 30, 45, 55, 60, 160, 170, 180, 190. So it should be 190. 120, 40. I'm going to change that for that. No, I'm not yet. Hang on. Let's just do it here first. Primary challenge. We have, see, it's got 183 there. I don't know why, because it shouldn't be a 3, it should be a 5. Anyway, anyhow, we're going to go to 150, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. So we're going to say there's 200 in here. A difference of 20. Yep, 20. And a 20 is going to the bank. Right, so 20 goes to the bank. That 10 goes in here. So there's 150, 200. Do I have a 2? But I've got a 50, so 152. And then we've got 30, 60, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. Right, that's better. So we've got 200 in there now. And that is correct. I think this saves quite a bit. So 30, 60, 90, 120, 240, 240, 270, 345, 350. Yeah, 500 there at least. Okay, so that's sorted that out. Pond Life had 96. It's got 50, 80, 95, 100, 121. 121. 121. And that had a 6. Oh, that would have been the 6. Yeah, so that would have been a 1. So 50, 80, 90, 121. 121. 121. So that makes a difference of 26, 100. Oh, wow, I cannot do that. 121 minus 96 equals 25. Ooh. Difference of 25. And going back to the bank is 25. So we've got 25 going back to the bank. 25. We've got a fly in here. I don't know how it's got in. Right, let's see how we can condense this. So 50 says 100. Oh, we haven't got any hundreds. No. So we've got 121. Ooh. So we'll do a 75. 105. 105. 106. No, this isn't going to work. No. Alright, let's do. These are really messed up, eh? No wonder I can't find any money. It's all muddled up. Right. So let's do. Right, let's find a 20. So there's a 21, so we need 100. Let's do 2 50s. 50, 100, and 21. Okay. 121 in Pond Life. In my birthday, we have 5. So 5 back. So we have 30, 45, 45. 45, a difference of 15, and going back to the bank is 15. So a 5 and a 10. I've got 3045 in my birthday, which is until next year. And that is everything in there. Oh, that's better. Oh my goodness, that is so much better. Okay, Scotland. Right, Scotland got a bit extra this month. And let's see what we've got. So we've got 100 in the bank, 110 in the bank. We've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 110. So we've got 110 going back to the bank. We've got 110, 210, 230. That's not right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 100, 220, 220. Did we count the 145 that we took out? I suspect we did. So we have 100, 220, 220, 220 plus 145 equals. So the total that we have is 365, which makes the difference of that minus 215 equals 150. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. I got some 200s. 200s. And then a 20. I need that 100 for. I needed 100 somewhere else. I haven't got any 20s. Oh well. 20s. So 220 in the bank. Yeah, 220 in the bank, and we've taken out 145 for railway. Good. Okay, BBMU. So in the bank we have, oh, that's what I could do with that one actually, that Scotland one. In the bank we have 220, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 5, 90. So we had 220 plus 90 is 310. A difference of 90. And 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. So 90 goes back to the bank. $20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. There we go. So this rubs off. We have in BBMU 3 in the bank, and that's got to buy everything. So you need to put a bit more in there. Oh, and that can come out because we've finished that challenge. Oh, finished that challenge, and we're now on this challenge for BBMU. So we'll just go to here. And what I'm going to do is take all of these out. 220, and we're going to put one of these in to say what's in the bank. So 220, 220. And that will make that folder a little bit easier. And we almost finished that challenge. Right, so that's BBMU. Feed me. This is going to probably go to BBMU or Scotland once it's finished. Still 6 goes on there to go, so it might not get finished. Oops. So this has got those 2, and we've got no change in the money exchange, so not quite sure. So yeah, 20, 30, 5, 45, 50, 55, 60. So that's got 60 because it's owed. A difference of 22. And going back to the bank is 20. 20. Good. So 20, 35. That's in the correct. This is health. Health has 30, 40, 50, 65. 65. A difference of 21. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 5, 10, 15, 25. 25. Now 30, 40, 50. Let's try and find a 50. 50, 65. So that's for contact lenses. And that was health, that's done. 25 is going back to the bank. Grandkids. Okay. So at the moment, grandkids have got 190 in the bank. And they've got 20, 40, 60, 75. That's right. So difference, it says 190 there. Yeah, because 25 would have gone in to there when I did the cash stuff, yeah. So this should actually be, where's my green? Oh, it's too hard to find anyway. So if we write 190, 265, so the end balance is 265. 265, is that right? 190, 265, yep. The difference of that is 100, which is correct because we do 100 a month. Yep. And going back to the bank is 20, 40, 60, 75. So 75 back to the bank. And so this needs to change. Find the red. And I'm going to change this one out. That's the rocking witch one to one of mine. And so in the bank for the grandkids now is £265. And that will be soon going back to them in Japan. Oh, wrong way. Okay. It's always feels so stressful. I always feel like I'm messing up or something. But yeah, that's that. Okay. So in theory, this column here should add up to what we've got here. In theory. In theory. Putting everything away so I can have some space. So the low battery came on. So I don't know if it's been recording, but anyway, we'll be quick. So 40, 20, 160, 225, 15, 20, 25, 15, 20, 110, 90, 20 plus 25 plus 75 plus 10 plus 870. So if I don't see you, I'll bye for now, and then I'll add this on at the end. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 560 there. Minus 560 equals 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 10, 20 minus 220 equals 90. 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. And we have done it. Woohoo! So I hope you can see this. It does look like my battery's about to really die. This did take me a bit longer than I thought, but I hope you enjoyed that, seeing the money, how much I've saved this month. That's a really good go. I've also given myself £40 a week. That's 160 on top of that, so that's pretty good. So I've really enjoyed doing this and seeing how much I've saved, and I look forward to seeing you next time. So bye for now.